Hello and welcome back to the Drake and Josh podcast. I'm Jacob.
I'm Trevor.
And I'm Abby.
Yeah, Abby's back.
Abby's back.
I wanted to be on one last episode before the end of Drake and Josh podcast.
Yeah, because we're coming to a rapid end.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Trevor are slowly going insane and sad because of the end of this. We don't know what we're going to do with our lives.
Despite having like two other well, you have two podcasts to do. I have one.
I do have a lot of podcasts, yeah.
You're a busy man.
But yeah, so today we watched Dance Contest.
The last episode of the regular season.
Yeah, the last actual episode before they took the break before the Christmas movie. And then never graced us with another episode.
Yeah. Also, this very much is a glaring episode as to how Really Big Shrimp should have been the season finale.
Oh, yeah. They bring up stuff that doesn't make sense, during
like
it,
this,
which we'll get to.
This very much should have been the episode before Very Big Shrimp.
Really Big Shrimp, not Very Big Shrimp.
Did I say very big?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Really big. Gosh.
Roasted in the comments, my dude.
Always.
Yeah, I don't think we have any housekeeping to do because everything's been exactly the same for 2 months. So
pretty much
COVID.
Yeah.
Welcome to the. I do hate it though that we're finishing out this podcast. Like we did it for years now. We've done it, always getting together in person, and now we're having to finish it.
We were a lot less consistent then.
True.
That is true. We had months where we wouldn't post.
Yeah, we're being a lot more consistent now that we can't see each other, which is weird.
Our biggest,
That's all you guys have going on right now.
That's true.
That's true. Our biggest hiatus was 9 months.
That's
I remember
a long time. Wow.
Yeah, we made a lot of jokes about like someone could have had a kid in the time between episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No one did, but
you never know.
Well, I mean someone probably did.
Oh, not on the internal team, no.
Not on the Harbor Boys team. I don't think we were in Harbor Boys at that point.
No, we weren't. We were just our YouTube page and our SoundCloud were both Drake and Josh podcast.
mm-hmm.
But before we get into the episode, what are you drinking, Trev?
I am drinking a Tom Collins, sort of. It's not made with seltzer. It's made with tonic, but whatever. So
nice. I'm drinking a Cuba Libre. I've already had a Moscow Mule before this, but we finished up the vodka, so I thought I'd move on.
Mm-hmm. And I'm having a Moscow Mule, but with white rum because, again, ran out of vodka.
Yeah.
Featuring the ginger beer from Kirk.
Yeah, Kirk gave us some ginger beer that he ordered too much of.
Yeah. It's delicious.
It's real good.
Fever Tree.
Yeah.
Shout out, Ned's Declassified.
Yeah.
Ned Pod.
Yeah, the Ned Pod. But yeah,
cool.
let's jump right into this then. So they do the cold open where they're doing a coffee drinking contest.
Yeah, classic cold open of just setting up for the rest of the episode with like them being competitive with each other.
Yeah, and we find out that that Drake is cheating. Classic. He's drinking decaf. You can tell because he's not like overly hyper like Josh is. And Josh has already drank like 20.
Josh is they both had I think 26 I think.
Something like that. Some ridiculous amount.
26. That's what I wrote.
Josh is about to have a heart attack. Is what we're watching. We're witnessing a man dying.
Basically.
But that's pretty much it. He like passes out, and then it moves on to like the normal episode where we see they're having, I believe, like a birthday party for.
It was a going away
Eric.
party.
Oh, it was a going away party. Yeah,
party. It's a good luck, Eric.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's going to Puerto Rico for whatever reason.
Yeah, they never go back to that. Why is he going to Puerto Rico?
Because it's the end of the show.
Might be like
Okay.
It might be like a mission trip. I've known kids like in high school and stuff that would go to Puerto Rico for like months on end, and like built. Or like one of those foreign countries and would build like schools and housing and stuff.
That's American soil, brother.
It's a territory. Regardless, they would go like either they or like Costa Rica or some other places and either do like science stuff or build
science stuff.
Yeah, there was
science rules.
Like I think one of our biology teachers was like taking kids on like trips or expeditions in like Costa Rica or something in high school.
Yeah, and they're like, let's go build a nuclear reactor.
Yeah, exactly. That's what biology students do.
Whatever those science bitches do. But yeah, and then we got faked out by a guy that we thought was Gavin. Wasn't Gavin. Named
Was not
Travis,
Gavin.
apparently.
And like I said Trevor for some reason, because I forgot that Trevor was a very different looking person in this show.
Yeah, you thought he was Trevor was the drummer, right? From like ages
Yeah,
ago?
he was the weird drummer that wore like a woman's blouse at one point.
Yeah, that was bizarre. My next note is that they had an excellent spread at the
Yeah, I wrote down bowl of M&Ms. That's awesome. That's what I used to do in middle school. I'd have like a bowl of M&Ms and like a bowl of Cheetos.
Nice. Yeah,
It's
I didn't
delicious.
see any Cheetos, unfortunately. I
that's
did
too
see the
bad.
tray of sandwiches.
That's nice.
And he had limeade.
Yeah.
They always
He
gotta
did.
have
He's-
limeade.
He apparently spent hours picking out limes. Which what?
But yeah, Craig is fucking devastated. He storms out.
He makes
I
a
think
scene.
That's when Megan comes in, right? She comes in as he's leaving.
Yeah, she's like, "What's up, Craig?" And he's like, "I don't want to talk," and just leaves.
He's sad.
And
dude.
this is it's a terrible party. Like, why is there no music playing?
Yeah, everyone's just
Like-
sitting around looking at each other.
Yeah,
It's not great.
it's depressing.
Yeah, like
It's a
I
bad
get
party.
it. Yeah, it's a very bad party.
But then they somehow egg Josh into doing like his dances. I don't exactly know how it comes up.
He's just like known for dances apparently, because the girls are like, do some dances, liven the party up.
Yeah. But like, so he does his dances, but then like you
They're
were
terrible.
saying, Trevor, they turn the fucking music off. Party's back to trash.
Yeah, they're like as soon as he finishes like 4 dance moves.
All really
He's-
bad also.
Yeah, all really bad dance moves.
Yeah,
Something
2
I would
routines,
probably do.
couple dance moves each inside of them.
It's shower moves
Yeah,
and tennis moves.
yeah.
That's all I
Interesting.
remember too.
Those are the only
At-
ones, but he had a couple different positions for each routine.
And
But
then
yeah, they were really bad. There was also an old lady there.
That was so
Yeah.
weird. I didn't get that.
I think it was just for the gag because she was
Yeah.
just speaking gibberish.
It wasn't like
just
a
a-
great gag.
it was probably a gag that the writers
wasn't-
came up with.
It wasn't the best gag.
It was
Yeah.
just random. It was so weird. It's just
But
a
it was
random
probably-
lady that wasn't invited who just started screaming gibberish at everybody.
Yeah.
For
Well, I mean,
sure,
I
but
feel like this episode was weaker than the helicopter episode before this, and definitely weaker than Really Big Shrimp.
Oh, for sure. This was like one of the worst episodes they could have ended on.
Oh, sad.
Yeah, it wasn't great. I didn't think.
Yeah.
But like
Which
I
is
feel like that was
disappointing.
a gag that the writers came up with in the writers' room, and we're like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if just an old lady was in their house and they asked her about it and she started screaming at them in like a foreign fake language?
Yeah, and
And
no
th-
one
someone
came
was
in
like-
to like stop them.
Yeah, someone was like, oh, that would be funny, and then it just sat on the writers' room floor for a while.
They were like,
And then they were
already-
like-
they had senioritis already. They're like, yeah, whatever. The show's over. It's fine.
Throw the gag in there, whatever. But yeah, it convinced Drake or Josh to enter the dance contest that's on TV or something.
Yeah, Channel 5 had a dance contest.
Yeah, so all that stuff was pre-credit. So we get the pre-credit sequence, and then it goes into Josh in his bedroom picking out new dancers. He's got a dope T-shirt. I wrote it down. He's got a Space Camp shirt, number 87 on it.
Oh, cool. Didn't notice that.
This is a rad shirt.
I actually didn't either, to be fair.
I mostly just noticed that he was looking at like a wall of headshots of women.
Yeah, it
I'm
was
like, what the
weird.
heck?
Drake thought he was picking out like a date, like online dating style.
And Josh had this very serious never again statement to the online dating thing.
Yeah, so some shit must have gone down. Maybe he got like partially abducted or something.
Oh.
Bad Tinder dates.
So,
What?
but yeah, so then I forget what happens. My next note is that Drake is the hula hoop king,
Oh, yeah.
Josh.
He just explains that he's looking for a dance partner.
and he bolts.
And then Drake says that he had a conversation with his teacher that said that he had to pay attention more in school.
Yeah.
And then he had to do
I didn't
homework.
pay
But
attention to
instead
that.
but instead of
Oh
doing
my
homework, he just started hula hooping all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
he
ignored
couldn't be
his
bothered.
book that had the sick book sleeve on it.
Like a
old-
a stretchy cloth book sleeve like you had in middle school.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
have a lot of those.
I never had one, yeah.
I had
didn't have
one,
any of
I
them?
think.
No, I don't think so.
I think I had one in middle school and then never again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
feel
never
like
had
I only had like one, and I don't understand why people even had them. Like I didn't really like it.
Yeah, I was
So
dumb, I didn't get it.
Personalized, customized, make it your own. You're unique.
No, man, you customize it by like drawing in it, and then turning it back in.
What,
Go
like, and you write on the
write on a random page, like, go to page 32, and then on 32, go to page 48.
Yeah, and then it's just like a little stick figure.
Yeah, it's just like there's nothing there.
Oh man, I never had that.
What?
What? You never did that?
You never had that?
That's so crazy.
No.
We just did that. We went to a restaurant for our anniversary, and they gave us our check in a little book, and I wrote inside the book, go to page whatever 28 or whatever, and then you go to page 28, and I wrote J and A.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary.
To be fair, they tell you they want you to sign the book.
I wouldn't break a rule.
Yeah.
So. And we were told we could do that.
Yeah.
So.
He prefaced
Oh, that's
it.
cute.
Yeah.
He also let
That's
us
very
take the
cute.
pen.
Yeah, we still have it.
It's a great
sitting
pen.
in our junk drawer.
That's nice.
Yeah, shout
like,
out the
no.
library, St. Pete.
I probably went to. That's because I went to private school. So
So you
it
couldn't
was,
write on books?
I mean, a couple people did, but it was like much more
Those people were beaten.
checked out than
They were
that, I
tarred and
guess.
feathered in the yard.
And also, we had like a little thing in the front of the book. It was like, when you get it, write the condition you received it in, and then
Yeah.
write the
Yeah, we had that
condition.
too. We had that too, dude.
Nobody cared
Okay,
about it,
I was
though.
just making
Freaking
sure.
Public school, dude. Who gives a shit, brother?
But like, it was a much smaller school. Like, we had 12 kids in my 8th grade class, man. It was very easy.
That's
like,
real time.
oh, someone wrote in a book. We know exactly who they are and who their parents are and everything about them. So people, it was a lot less common, I feel
You
like.
don't want to act out as much.
It was freaking Trevor. Hit him with the ruler.
I never got hit with. No one got hit with rulers.
That you remember because you blacked out.
Oh my god. Well, my dad was at that school because my dad also went to the same middle school.
That's crazy.
They got hit with rulers.
My aunt went to my middle school.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
And I went to the same high school as my mom.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I went to
Yeah, I
a
went to-
rival high school for my parents.
Oh, damn.
Oh wow. No, I went to the same high school as my parents as well, but I was the 5th generation at my middle school.
Whoa. That's crazy.
The 5th generation of starches?
Starches.
Well, it was Goodies into Storches.
Goodies.
It's
Damn.
my grandma's side. So my dad, then my grandma, and then her mom, I think, and then someone else back farther.
Damn.
But yeah,
You
a
gotta
lot
do
of.
the Ancestry.com thing, man. Freaking track it.
I mean, they know. People know in my family. Like, we
Someone
never,
knows.
we never bothered with the whole ancestry thing because it was like, hey, who's this? And then someone in the family's like, I know exactly who they are, who their mom is, who their mom
They
is,
might
and all their.
not, though. They might be, like, making shit up or, like, have partial memories. Ancestry.com's got the documents.
I don't know if there's any documents in this town, man.
All the documents were burned at the annual book burning.
God.
I believe
Oh
it.
gosh.
Classic Dade City.
Classic Dade City.
Known
man.
for
I have
their
to-
breadsticks. So if you guys are ever there, go check out their breadsticks.
Olga's Bakery. There's a sweet breadstick, not a
Not what
savory
you think.
breadstick.
Yeah, it's not a real breadstick. It's an eclair.
It's an eclair without frosting on the top.
No, there's frosting on the top. There's nothing
Was
in the
there?
middle.
There's nothing in the middle. You got the
Oh.
icing in the wrong. It's basically it's just a pastry. It's not a breadstick, Trevor.
That's what they're called.
That's a really weird thing to name them when a breadsticks already exist.
Yeah, Trevor faked us out hard when we were up there. Was telling us we were gonna get these badass breadsticks, and we went. And it was a freaking donut.
That's what they're
It was
called,
good though. It
man.
was a good.
It was still
It was
good.
really good.
They're delicious. I love them, and the Cuban's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It's gone down. They
tasty.
changed
Yeah, it was
owners.
solid.
They
I
changed
wish-
owners recently.
That's sad.
Yeah,
Oh no.
Rip.
yeah.
I wish that I could have tried it when I wasn't like hungover though. That would have been sweet.
That'd have been nice. Yeah. You guys got to come back.
Yeah, after all the COVID stuff is over, maybe.
We'll go antique shopping in downtown Dade City.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be rad. But yeah, so after the hula hooping, it moves down to downstairs, and Drake's coach comes in. He
Gym
wants
co-
to
yeah,
speak
like-
to him.
Oh yeah,
What-
yeah, his like gym coach.
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of gym coach comes to your house?
Yeah, I would think they would just do a phone call, but you
Maybe
know.
they couldn't get a hold of him.
Yeah, just he probably.
Well-
I mean, he was a liar. He probably lied to the coach and gave him the wrong phone number.
He
And he
also
was
did
like-
say that he didn't have parents because they were lost at sea.
That's true.
So who
That's
you
true.
call?
Who did he?
He was going to
Who's
go.
he showing up to?
He was going to go
Yeah,
talk to him
exactly.
because he doesn't show up to class. He was going to go talk to Drake.
True.
Crazy.
But yeah, so Drake is failing gym, and he hasn't shown up in months. And since he hasn't shown up, he doesn't have like the credit or enough credits or whatever to pass the 11th grade.
So we'll have to repeat
So he's
a grade.
fucked. What an idiot!
Yeah, what a
why would you
dumbass.
Show up to gym. That's so dumb.
Like, you literally just show up and sit there.
yeah, I mean,
We don't sit. You do have to move around. It's gym.
Fine, he has to move around a little bit.
Move around.
Big
Yeah.
whoop. I blacked out in gym class one time.
You did, yeah. You've told that story, I
That's
think,
crazy.
on here before when you blacked out
Probably.
and you had like definitely a concussion. I would say
Oh my god,
Very minor.
he was concussed.
that's crazy.
I got hit with a dodgeball, fell back, hit my head, stood up, and then my vision just closed in to
That's-
all
yeah,
blackness.
That's not great.
I managed to make my way because it was like inside to like the stage that was like next to the basketball court that we were on, and hold on to that for a while. And then after class, I went to my coach and I was like, "Hey," when I got my vision back, I went to my coach. I was like, "Hey," he was like, "What?" And I'm like, "I fell over like when I got hit, and my vision went black." And he was like, "What?" He like freaked out.
And
It was
the
like
craziest
checking the-
part is that ever since then he's been colorblind. It's like the
That's
craziest
crazy.
thing.
I've been colorblind always, man. Like,
You don't know, dude.
I'm pretty sure I do know.
The one person that does know, actually. But then, so the next scene is Josh interviewing the dancer lady, Emily, at the premiere.
Yes. Who, now that we've looked it up, starred in Video Game High School as Jenny Matrix.
Didn't see it.
Never heard of it.
All right.
It was a TV
Decent
show,
show.
that a YouTuber made.
Cool.
Yeah. I think it was mostly on YouTube. But, like, did it actually come out on a station of any sort?
I don't think so. I think it was some sort of like premium YouTube or like Amazon.
It might
or
have been
some
on
shit.
G.
I don't know.
Was it on G4?
No, G4 I think was
It
dead
might-
by then.
Oh, okay. And then she
Rip.
was also Princess Yue on Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Shout out Avatar.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, shout out Avatar. The best.
Crazy. And a bunch of other stuff, but she looked super familiar. So I was like,
Yeah.
the whole time I'm seeing her, I'm like, I know you from somewhere.
Yeah.
And that's what I thought she was in. I realized what I thought she was in, but she wasn't. So whatever. Like,
Also,
Day-
during
Daybreakers.
this conversation, we hear Josh call Mindy his ex-girlfriend, which is the part that we were talking about
Yes.
earlier, where it really shows that this is out of fucking order.
absolutely, because they
I'm pissed.
totally got back together for, really big shrimp.
Yeah.
Such a huge oversight.
Yeah, it is. It's
Why
massive.
did they do that?
They fucked up, I guess.
It was just a mistake, or they like
This is what our viewers are telling us.
that's crazy.
This is corporate America messing with art.
That's
It's
so
true. They are
crazy.
messing with art.
Yeah.
Both these past episodes have not made sense coming after Really Big Shrimp.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But that was the air
Like,
order, so that's
Drake-
the order we're doing them in.
Drake is basically famous at this point, like should be. And like Josh
wealthy.
is with wealthy and famous, and Josh is his manager / has a girlfriend.
Yeah.
So it's weird.
It's bizarre.
It's very weird.
Also, the premiere burned down.
Whoa.
That too.
It did, yeah. I don't know
Yeah.
about fully, but partially there was a fire.
crazy.
So
Oh my God.
an electrical fire.
Yikes.
So
Scary.
but yeah, so
In the lobby.
Then Helen comes over and gets Josh to like work when he's not working and like scare some what she calls hoodlums with bats out of
Yeah.
the theater that are making
Yes.
too many noise.
There is
And
no
at this-
chance in hell that I would work on my day off.
To be fair, she also
Yeah, no.
doesn't pay him for his full shifts.
Get another job, Josh. What the heck?
Helen does a lot of illegal stuff that Josh
That's
just
so
lets her do
crazy.
because he is scared of her.
I guess, yeah.
He definitely seems scared of her.
Also, he's assistant manager at this point.
not.
Or should be.
That's crazy.
Last episode screwed that up too. Like he was given assistant manager at the end of Really Big Shrimp.
Yeah, well, no gold
Which
vest.
also I would imagine he would quit the moment he and Drake got rich because he's his manager.
Yeah, but think about the prestige that you get when you have a gold vest, brother.
No. But at this point, also before he ran in and dealt with the hoodlums, Emily agreed to be his dance partner.
Yes. Yeah, a solemn vow.
So then we cut.
And Drake also
Yes.
showed up and like introduced himself to Emily.
Yeah.
Yeah, and heard her talk about how great she is at dancing.
Yeah, and also Emily says that she's doing this dance contest for credit because it's sponsored by the state. So if you win or if you participate, I don't know if it's if you win or if you participate, you get credit. If you win,
It
must
has
be
to.
if you
It
win.
has to be for like that. If you win, you get credit. But
Yeah.
that's bullshit. Like you should just get credit for doing it.
Yeah.
if you're doing it, then you're
At the very least, you should get credit for, like, maybe scoring above a certain threshold.
I don't know, man. If you do it,
Well,
you gotta go on
because if
TV.
But if you sign up for it and then you just don't do anything and just go out there and like do whatever, you shouldn't get school credit for that, for just putting your name on a list
Exactly.
and being on stage for like a certain amount of time.
Yeah, dude.
No.
No, like, that's what I mean by the point threshold.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you actually put some effort forward. Enough. Yeah, so exactly what Abby was saying. Like, you don't want to just have them go out and stand on... okay. Anyway...
It just repeated back exactly what she said, and then
Yeah,
just died
that's
a
why I
little bit.
stopped. The moment I realized what I was saying and just was like, I give up. All
Yeah,
right.
you were mansplaining her.
Whoa.
I was. I'm sorry. Cut that. Cut all this.
Keep it in.
That's funny.
Yeah. So then we go back to the house, and Josh comes in.
Josh
and
is
he's
pissed.
Like, my dancing partner Emily didn't show up. I'm livid. And Megan makes some snarky comments, and then he goes upstairs because he hears a couple of noises, and Drake is doing some dance routines with Emily.
It's like a cool like swing dance, like early 1900s kind of dance. It's
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah.
Also, she
Very cool.
kicks and knocks out Josh.
Yeah. She does a high kick.
She just becomes a real, just not good person. I'm going to avoid the
Yeah,
B
she
word
didn't-
because I
she
feel
didn't
like
really
people
annoy
don't
me
like
that
it when
much,
I use
honestly.
that.
Like, she switched partners because she got a free camera. She didn't know it was Josh's when she got it.
She didn't care though that it was.
She didn't care then. Yeah, that's true. She didn't care. That's,
Yeah, also,
It was
that's a
pretty shitty.
personality
No way-
flaw. That is
though.
a personality flaw for sure. But
no way she didn't feel herself kick him either. And just didn't care. Just kept
That's true,
dancing.
there'd be a lot of
He's
contact.
unconscious.
yeah, I don't know. If I was Josh in that situation, though, I'd be more angry with Drake than Emily.
Oh, for sure. But Emily's
Drake is
not
who I
like...
feel like actually like you just met Emily.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Drake is 100% the main person at fault. But Emily is not innocent in this situation
No.
either.
That's fair.
So,
But then we see.
I feel
in,
like-
the next
oh.
scene. Oh no, go ahead. I was moving on.
I just feel like I'm ragging on Emily more because we know Drake is not the best at times.
Yeah, that's like
We
a
know
part of
this
his character,
about him.
You know?
Yeah, so, like, this is a new person, so it's easier to just go, we don't know anything about them, so then you can yell at them for being a bad person.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel you.
We know Drake's a bad person.
So yeah, then we see that Josh gets a new partner named Vilga. She's the #1 dancer in Eastern Europe.
Which,
She seems
that's really good.
very intense.
Yeah, she does seem intense.
She didn't smile once.
No.
Not that you have
No.
to, but that was.
She reminds me
Very
of
serious.
like the you remember in Dodgeball that like
Never seen it.
Eastern European like crazy lady on the
Yes.
what's the team name? They go tss, 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 the bad team, the
Vi-
Vipers or whatever the fuck they are.
I just want to say Vipers because that's our...
That's XFL, brother.
XFL
R.I.P.
Yeah, rip.
R.I.P.
Yeah, I know.
She had a
Shit.
cool,
sad. I
novelty
wanted-
tee though now.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I never got to go to a game,
I
never got a
know.
t-shirt.
I wanted to go to a game so bad. I was like, I'm unemployed
I
at the
wa-
right time. There's gonna be an XFL season. Nope.
Sad.
But yeah, she reminded me of that lady in Dodgeball, but not horribly ugly like that lady in Dodgeball.
Very right, yeah.
Yeah, so then she has also some like really crazy lines that I wrote down. She says to Emily, "It's sad you're not pretty."
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
And
that
then
was so
she
good.
also says you smell like failure.
Yeah, those are some fighting words.
Yeah, it really sets up later on
their
rivalry.
for sure. They do not like each other at all.
She is not listed on the IMDb credits.
Vilga's not on there, brother?
That's crazy.
I'm not seeing
That's
Vilga.
fucked up. Uncredited.
Because she also looked kind of
Big
familiar.
role. Uncredited. But yeah, so then we go to them at the dance contest backstage getting warmed up. We see Josh and Vilga, I think, finish a dance, and then she asks like how he's feeling, right?
Yeah.
And he says he feels nervous, and then she slaps him
straight across the face.
Yeah. I forget what the line is after that, but it was real good.
It was just like, now how do you feel? And he just said strong or something.
Strong
like,
and powerful.
Yeah,
or something?
Strong and powerful.
Like shaking,
what she said, yeah.
He just got slapped across the face.
Oh, that was so good, though. I love that. And then Drake and Emily walk in.
I love their outfits. It's like 1940s. Her hair's all done.
Yeah.
So cute.
She does have a cool haircut.
Yeah.
In this, yeah.
It's a very cool aesthetic they've got.
I don't know what Josh and Vilga were going for. He's got kind of like a...
Because he looked like a greaser, kind of, but she was like not in that era.
Yeah.
To me, he looked like a greaser.
Yeah, no, I got that same feel from him.
I got like the Michael Jackson Thriller vibe.
I got a James Dean vibe from him.
Okay, that's fair.
Because it's like the classic like red jacket. I mean, he doesn't look like James Dean, which is a shame, but
I mean, he doesn't look like Michael Jackson.
No, he
either,
doesn't.
So.
But red jackets both. So, and then I don't know what it even is.
I don't know.
Is it supposed
like,
to be a poodle skirt?
Maybe it looked to me more like she was dressed as like a flamenco dancer.
Oh, okay.
Like
yeah, I could.
Yeah, so I didn't really know
that.
what style they were going for, but I think it might have been trying to be more like 50s, like greaser kind of, but they just didn't really hit it on the mark,
No, not really. I don't know why they didn't hit it on the mark though. They had the finale. You have the freaking time and money.
They didn't think it was the finale, maybe. So.
That's true. They were
they were like,
this is a throwaway. We're putting this right in the fucking middle, dude. But yeah, so then Drake and Emily walk in, and they have their little feud, and they start fighting because the words start getting heavy.
Emily and Vilga.
Yeah. Emily and Vilga, Vilga says something like, I've swallowed things more frightening than you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which is a very weird turn of phrase, right? Like,
no, I feel like I've heard people say similar things. It's similar to like I eat nails
Shooter
for
McGavin
breakfast type shit, right?
I get it.
Okay, I was thinking like Shooter McGavin. I eat shit like I've eaten shit like you for breakfast or something. Yeah. You eat shit for breakfast.
But yeah, so they get in a fight and then they get thrown out by like the stage manager. He's pissed. Mm-hmm. He says,
the whole time, literally, like for like a good 10 seconds while they're fighting, he's just screaming, "Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!" Like constantly.
He's a very loud and shrill man.
He, man, I like again. Also, the stage manager guy
uncredited
looks like someone I recognize.
Really? He didn't look familiar to me.
To be fair, they don't do a great job of crediting on IMDb for this show.
Oh, he was on iCarly.
Oh, nice.
As Lubert, the doorman. He was the crazy doorman on iCarly.
Ooh, I don't remember that.
Never seen it.
Well, it's starting to come back to me. Maybe I do remember some of it. I remembered vaguely there being a crazy doorman. Man, I haven't thought about that in years. Thank you, Trevor. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. For once, my IMDb digging while we're doing an episode paid off.
Classic. Yeah, so then they're like, oh, what are we going to do? We don't have freaking partners. And the guy's like, I don't care. He's like, thin ice. He screams at him.
Because they kept going up to him like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And he just turns around and goes, thin ice.
And then leaves. And they're about to leave. And then Drake stops Josh and is like, wait.
Yeah.
And then he grins menacingly.
Yeah, of course. At the same time, the mom and Megan are eating pickles.
Straight out of the jar.
Out of the jar. They take so long to eat the pickle, though. They like they're like 3/4 done. They took like one good bite.
Yeah.
And then they hold it for the rest of the episode.
Wow.
It's sick.
But they're starting to watch the dance competition on TV.
Yes.
They're like, have the boys been on yet? But not yet.
Yeah. So then they start to announce that Josh is coming. I think Josh is first, right?
No, it's Drake.
Oh, Drake?
It was Drake and Emily.
Yeah, and then the lady comes and runs out on a stage and interrupts the host and is like, gives him the new card.
And he's like, oh, okay, change.
Yeah, Drake and Josh coming out.
Do a dance together.
What? Crazy. Who would have ever thought?
Who would have thunk it?
That
they came up with a dance
what
routine.
They should have done from the get-go, to be fair.
Routine in approximately 20 seconds, but they killed it.
They did a great job.
It was a great dance.
Yeah, they do so many different styles.
Yeah. I know. They started with just like some general dancing and stuff, but then it went like thriller to tango and all sorts of
some
stuff.
sort of like a jive kind of like probably what Drake was practicing with Emily, kind of like a swing kind of jive thing.
They do some flips,
a line dance or square dance.
They do a country line dance or square dance, I guess. Yeah,
a whole bunch of
Trevor knows that dance
flips
specifically.
Trevor was dancing along with them.
Trevor's got his boots on. He was shooting his revolvers in the air.
He has a lasso right now.
Trevor's got a big old mustache.
Bang bang. There we go.
There's a cow in Trevor's room. So they do their dance. It's amazing. Everybody loves it.
It was great.
They unanimously win. I think that this dance also like brings the episode up for me. Because like before the dance was happening, I was like, man, this is like.
That's what
I was like
gonna
upset
say,
that this
too.
was like the last episode. It was
when
like,
you guys were talking
for sure.
about like rating the episode earlier, I was like, the dancing though kind of like made it for me though.
Saves it.
Yeah, for sure.
Saves it a little bit for sure.
It does make this whole episode feel really short though.
Yeah.
Like, did you guys feel that? Like this whole episode felt really short.
Yeah, I agree. It didn't feel like there was a ton of stuff going on. Like usually there's like at least like a tiny B plot somewhere, and there just wasn't. It was just like
there wasn't.
It was just this one thing going on, and it was like okay during the most of the episode, and then the dance was like super good.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And
that so they win, and then
they win unanimously. Like right off the bat, they like don't even think about it. They're like judges, and then they just like raise their arms towards them. They're like, they win.
They obviously win, and we have the returning crazy girl.
Yeah, the three-peat girl who loves Drake.
Yeah,
and
they do the big. They do the big. Who is she thing?
It was a nice thing to end on, but you know what would have been even nicer to end on? The ending of Really Big Shrimp, where they show them on the Amanda Show, and it was a complete full circle, and everybody thought it was amazing.
And then they ruin it with these two episodes.
I mean, it's a shame, but what are you gonna do?
It is a shame,
you know. Nickelodeon.
What we're gonna do?
Cats clearly do not give a fuck.
What we're going to do is we're going to say, for anyone who ever wants to rewatch the series, skip Really Big Shrimp, watch these two, and then go back to Really Big Shrimp.
Yeah, that is the correct
The way
view.
it was meant to be.
You should view it that way. We didn't only because I strictly wanted to go by the air date.
And I agree.
People in the comments had asked us, though, what order we were going to watch it in. And, you know, I was like, we're just going to go off air date. I didn't know at the time how fucked up it really was. I didn't remember all the details, you know?
But it also gives us a little bit more to talk about, you know? Like, they really did screw up by not keeping this way farther back and putting Really Big Shrimp as the finale.
Yeah.
Like, the movie notwithstanding, because who cares? That happened, like, what, a year later? 2 years later?
I think it was like 6 months. It felt later, but I feel like last time I looked up the air date, it wasn't that much later. But I don't...
Really? It felt like so much longer.
I don't 100% know. I am going to the page, though, so we can do the shout-outs on me and Abby's side. But yeah, so what do you rate this episode, Trev?
7.
Going for a
7 out of 10 Quatlers.
Right on.
Yeah, it was...
Sorry.
The dance was cool, but the overall plot of this episode was not great. And the fact that this is the finale makes me drop it down a bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, I get
that. Yeah, 7 out of 10 Quatlers.
Right on. What about you, Abby?
I think I'm gonna give it a 7.5. I haven't watched all the episodes.
Yeah.
So I can't really judge it against
I think
the
from
others.
the last time you watched, though, was probably like ages ago when they were real bad.
Yeah, they were. Like, this one is much better than whichever the last episode I was on, I think. But I like this one, and there wasn't anything going on. Like you said, there was no B plot, but I like the dancing, so.
Yeah, the dancing
I'll give it a 7.5
yeah.
the dancing.
Yeah, no, I aligned with Trevor. I was gonna give it a 7, and then when he said 7, I thought about changing it.
Come
which
on,
I did
you can't
time,
change it.
You can have the same score, you know.
But but it's because like these past like probably like a bunch of episodes, me and Trevor have just been like we've had the same mindset on every single rating. But
we're on the same wavelength, man. We've been doing this for like what 3 years now.
We used to have like way different ratings. Back in like seasons like 3 and 2 and 1, like all those we were doing different ratings. But yeah, no, I'm giving it a 7. The dancing was great. But other than that, it was okay. It wasn't anywhere near bad or anything like some of the older episodes.
Yeah, there's
but
some
it was,
really stinker.
Yeah, it was definitely decent.
Iglachma.
Yeah, no, it's not like the cursed episode. I don't think I can ever watch that episode again. It's cursed. I don't even know if that's our
10 years from
rated
now
episode. We
yeah,
probably
I'll have to go through and like figure out all those scores and stuff and figure out the highest and lowest rated episodes.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Cool.
That'd be a good post. That would take some freaking time.
It would take some time, but I mean, I just skipped to the end of the episode and listened. It wouldn't take that long.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, so that's the final episode of the show Drake and Josh before we get into the last movie. Sad.
What a wild ride it has been.
Wild ride, starting from Trevor's apartment in Gainesville when I was unemployed before, unemployed now too.
Full circle.
Oh my god, full circle!
I finished a complete job. I've gone through an entire career, been laid off, and now I'm back to being unemployed again. That's crazy. But we're still kicking.
We're still kicking. We're unfortunately over voice chat now, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, who could have predicted
We never got
this
James
outcome,
back on.
From
That's
when we
crazy.
started.
Not back then, no.
No.
Never would have thought.
That's crazy.
It's been a while.
So who do we want to shout out?
I'm definitely going to shout out Joanna Brady, who was Emily, who I was talking about before.
Nice.
That's great.
Just because we talked about that a bunch, and I recognize her from stuff. And maybe Jeremy Rowley as well, the dance worker guy who is the crazy guy in iCarly.
Yeah, I want to shout out
good.
Paul Paraducci. He played Coach Remmers.
Nice.
What about you, Abby? You want to do a cast member or
Well,
crew?
go scroll up. I wanna shout out Yvette Nicole Brown because I know obviously she's in the series the whole time, but I'm watching Community right now and I love her, so I want to shout her out because she's great.
She's great.
Perfect.
Is Angie Gaga? Is she Vilga?
Where do
The
you see
cha-cha
that?
dancer?
Oh, maybe.
Who would that be? If not,
Yeah,
that's
might-
her.
it
That's
might
her.
have been.
Yeah,
That looks like her.
Angie Gaga.
I don't know why she's listed as Cha-Cha dancer.
I know she has a name, but they didn't credit her as that name. But shout out her,
Yeah, there's like a million
Weird.
uncredited people that fucking don't matter, but like, like what the heck?
So weird.
Also shout out
wow, she is in
Michael
nothing.
Corcoran for the music.
Good job. And I guess down into the crew, let's go art department.
Nice.
Art department assistant, Leia Prapatapis.
Cool.
Right on.
Perhaps.
Perfect pronunciation.
Did they say who the choreographer is? Because that person deserves
That's a
a shout
good
out
question.
for sure.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, right here.
Oh.
Lane Napper, choreographer
Yeah.
/ dialogue coach.
Nice.
Great job.
He did
Do you
both.
think do you think the dialogue coach was for the woman speaking gibberish?
Maybe. Or maybe for the Russian accent for Vilga.
Oh, true. That makes sense.
Very
That
true.
Makes more sense than gibberish.
But yeah, so that's the episode. You guys got any final thoughts or anything?
Follow the Harbor Boys, Harbor_boys.
Yeah.
And, we got more stuff coming. It's not all Drake and Josh, obviously, anymore. But, Show Me Something is great, and Ed's is great, and maybe there'll be more things. We have no idea.
Exactly. Yeah, and
True.
thank you, Abby, for all the great work you've done for our
of course.
podcast.
Just
We couldn't have done it
applause for
without
Abby,
you.
please.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, you've been killing
Abby,
it. Abby
you are the
edits
thing-
and does all of our social media.
I like doing it. It's
Abby,
fun.
you are the greatest ever.
Thank
I say
you.
thank you every time I send you
I know
an
you do.
email
You always
with
say, you're the best, thanks.
because you are. You keep this whole show running.
Aw,
Like
thanks,
true.
guys.
without
That's
you,
nice.
there wouldn't be a Harbor Boys. So
I'm the Harbor girl behind the Harbor Boys.
She's the harbor queen.
but behind every Harbor Boy, there is a Harbor Lady.
But yeah, guys, that's the podcast. Thank you so much for listening. And we'll catch you guys on the next one, and go watch some Drake and Josh.